there's one thing I love as a football fan and a gaming fan is these video games to release classic leagues. I mean, it'd be too much, wouldn't it? You'd think, you know, FC25, you've got all the current squads and they release, I don't know, some Premier League database from 2005 where you have all the Premier League teams from 2005, their logos, their kits, all their players from them days, the faces, everything. It'd be too much, wouldn't it? But thankfully, when it comes to Football Manager, I mean, the developers themselves don't do it. It's understandable. It's a long thing to do. But you have all these people, you know, the modern community in Football Manager is just amazing. And here I have a database, a retro 2007-2008 database. And I'm decided to start this career mode as Arsenal. I remember in 2007-2008, this Arsenal team was not the team, the Invincibles team. They were going through a transitional period. They just moved into the Emirates. This was their second season in the new stadium, and they had to sell a lot of players to fund that stadium. I remember that. So I thought this would be a bit of a challenge. I remember, I think Arsene Wenger finished 4th this season in 07-08. I'm not sure how far he went there in the Carabao, well, not the Carabao Cup, the League Cup. We used to call the Carling Cup back then, the FA Cup, the Champions League. So I want to see if I can match Arsenal, do better than what Arsene Wenger did in 07-08. And the aim is in this save, I don't know whether I'm going to do 1 season, 3 seasons, 5 seasons, whatever, is to become as successful as I can as an Arsenal manager. Hopefully without getting sacked. I mean, that would be awkward. If I get sacked, that's the end of this whole save. But yeah, so I've chosen Arsenal. Here's obviously the bulletin. Arsenal have confirmed the appointment of Nasser as club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised. Yeah, 30-year-old. Yeah, media first time Emirates. Nasser managing rivals of Man United, one of his favourite clubs. Yeah, I'm a Manchester United fan in real life, so obviously the game recognises that. And adding further intrigue to an already interesting appointment, he replaces previous manager Monsieur Arsene Wenger. Let's get straight into it. So as you can see, Pat Rice, assistant manager, no director of football. I'll have to see if I want one, maybe not. But obviously this was back in 2007, so obviously we're in 2025 now. So obviously we have to realise that all these cups that they've won, obviously it's not updated to now, I don't think. It was 2007, I mean £25 million in the transfer budget that we have. Not sure whether we'll need anyone. I don't know, maybe I want to sign someone more experienced because this squad I think has the average age of 23, but let's see how it goes. But obviously, as you can see in the bio here, it goes up to what, the UEFA Champions League in 2006 and talks about the 1970s. Nothing after 2006 here, so that's good. I mean, this is a squad. I mean, I don't have all the faces. These are all modern faces, unfortunately. I've not downloaded any face pack to go back into 07-08. But that's the squad of 4-4-2. Eduardo de Silva, I remember him. Hleb, Gilberto Silva. I mean, Gilberto Silva, Gallas, Toure, these lot are quite experienced, but let's see how it goes. Let's go forward. Right, the board wants me to sign players under 18 for future. I'm going to ignore that. It's desired, it's not required, it's not too important. I'm going to ignore that only because this is a short-term save. It's 1 season, maybe 3, 5, 4, 2 seasons, I don't know. But obviously I want to get players in, good players in, and get that quick success. Work within the wage budget that's required. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less. Qualify for the Champions League, so finish top 4 basically. Latter stage of Champions League. A bit of a tricky one with this Arsenal team, but let's see. And preferred to play attacking football, of course. Entertaining football, I love entertaining football. That Arsenal team definitely did play entertaining football, almost like Barcelona's tiki-taka, didn't they? And qualify for the Champions League is required. Finish above Liverpool in the league. Do they hit Liverpool? I would have thought it was Tottenham. Actually, I don't think Tottenham were as strong as Arsenal back then. They were lower. I don't know why Liverpool of all clubs, but I don't know. So yeah, Nasser takes over Arsenal hot seat. Yeah, we've read this just in the earlier page. Club expectation, I'm just going to accept the current vision, that's fine. I'm not going to really fight with the owners, but let's see. Wow, look at this squad. Look at these. Is this players due to expire in the next 12 months? Who do I want to keep for the next 12 months, or beyond the next 12 months, should I say? No one really stands out here if you look at the ability and potentials. Senderos probably. Senderos and Jens Lehmann. Experienced goalkeeper there. Almunia. He went first choice that season, I remember, but he doesn't feel good enough. 2.5 stars, that's not... Well, let's see. So let's create a new tactic. I don't know. I want to go tiki-taka. I love tiki-taka. This Arsenal squad, young and ferocious. Formation 4-3-3 should I do? I'll have to see who I have. Let's confirm. Let's just see. Let's just play 4-3-3. I don't want deep line forward. We're gonna go with a complete forward, I feel. Let's just see who I have. Adebayo, Van Persie, Eduardo. Got a few players. Let's do a quick pick. Let's see what the game thinks. Well, let's see what my... Van Persie is inside forward on the left. Can he not play on the right? He can play on the right, can he not? Yeah, he can as an inside forward. Yeah, I'd rather do it like that, but Van Persie is an inside forward. And Hleb, well, he is a right footer on the left wing, so maybe as an inside forward or an inside winger. We'll see. Who else can play on the left wing? Nobody. What about Eduardo? Eduardo, where can you play? He can play as a 10. He can play on the left. But Eduardo will be probably backup. I'd rather play him, and then Walcott can also be as a striker. Do I not have anybody for the left wing? Thomas Rosicky, Eduardo. I don't know. I want a right foot that can cut in. Back then, I remember a lot of players. Were like left-footed players on the left wing, right-footed players on the right wing, and the crosses in. Now it's different. I'm trying to play a more modern formation. But let's see how it goes. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this page. Eboué, nah, not as an inverted wing, but he'll mess that up. Eboué just feels like a player that'll mess things up like that. So play him on support. I will sort all this now and then I'll get back to you guys. So as the season goes on, we'll see. This is probably going to be my first 11. I don't know. I feel as if I need a left winger. Hleb as a left winger. He can't really play that. I don't know who else do I have that can play there. Van Persie on the left. Rosicky, Eduardo, Walcott. I'm thinking let's play Walcott there. And see if I can go into his development. If I go into his training. What we got now? Where's his here we go. Yeah, let's play him as a attacking on the left wing. Look, he's unconvincing there. But as an inverted winger on support, yeah. That's what he's going to be training as. Additional focus. What does he need really for the positions as an inverted winger? Long shots maybe? No. His long shots are pretty poor. But he's going to be inverted winger. Work rate maybe. I mean, he's fast. Look at that. Pace 19, acceleration 19 out of 20. Work rate maybe. Stamina and work rate, endurance. He'll work on that. But yeah, I feel this will be my strongest 11. But as the season goes, we'll obviously refine it, fine-tune it, see maybe if I make any signings or not. But yeah, let's just get forward. Let's see what we have next. Squad selection rules. This is the old Champions League. It's not the one we have in real life. This will be the 8 teams of 4 groups. And let's see how it goes. We just lost Thierry Henry, didn't we? We just lost Thierry Henry to Barcelona. And Andrei Shevchenko moved to Chelsea. He moved to Chelsea the season before. It wasn't this season. It was the season before this, I remember. But Manchester United have spent 70 million. Chelsea have bought 18 players in that season. Avram Grant's the manager. Look at that. That Chelsea squad was scary. No doubt. Them names, look at that. I mean, the amount of world-class players this Chelsea team had. Carvalho, Ballack, Malouda, Joe Cole, Petr Cech, John Terry, Ashley Cole, Lampard, Shevchenko, Drogba. Shevchenko was a bit of a flop, but still world-class. Drogba. So, set-piece introductions. I'm not really a fan of this system, but let's see. How do I want to do it? Play marking, hybrid. Go hybrid. Both new post. How many players do you allow to leave forward when defending a set-piece? Balanced. As the season goes on, I will refine this, see how the squad reacts. All delivered. Central. They do leave the back balanced. Outswingers. Go on, Pat. Do your thing, Pat Rice. Okay, this is too much, mate. I mean, I already know all of this. So let's take a look at the squad anyways. This is our first team squad, guys. I need to change some of this. Need to know who's good in this squad. Insert column. Where is it? Attributes? Not attributes, is it ability? Yeah, here we go. Assistant manager on player's current ability. That's what I need. I'm not going to look at potential because I'm not looking to sign players for the future. It's players that are good right now. If I go click on ability, refine that. Toure and Fabregas on paper, or according to Pat Rice, are my best players. So, Jens Lehmann. Almunia was first choice. Lehmann lost his place this season, so but I'm going to choose a Lehmann. I'm going to go off that. Silva, Rosicky, Gallas. It's not a bad Arsenal squad, despite it being considered young. Had some decent the top players. If we go into dynamics here, and if I go into hierarchy, and we look at that team leaders, Lehmann, Toure and Silva, that's pretty decent. Social groups. Yeah, everyone seems happy as well. But yeah, if I was to go back on the squad, that's overall. I want to go into development centre, look at my unders. Who do I have? Oh, Lord Bentner. He's here, mate. Nicholas Bentner. What is he? He's been listed for loan. I don't know. I don't need a striker, or else I'd be putting this guy straight into the first team as a backup striker. But I'm going to leave him. Maybe the next few seasons I will probably use him. Nasser Barzai, Fran, Alex Song. He's here as well. I mean, Kieran Gibbs, Gavin Hoyt, Vincent van den Berg. I've heard of this guy. Who does he play for? Van den Berg. I'll have to check later. Right, never mind. Henri Lansbury, Reece Murphy. I mean, Jack Wilshere's here. Wilshere is very, very undercooked. He's 15 years old here, Jack Wilshere. 15. Thomas Cruise. We've got Tom Cruise here. Wojciech Szczesny. Wow, 70-year-old Wojciech Szczesny here as well. So, there's players there. Danielson, Wilshere, Song. They're just not ready for the first team. So, there's obviously players there that we can play. There's players there that can get better. Maxi Rodriguez draws interest from Arsenal. That is fake. Fake news. I'm not interested in Maxi Rodriguez at all. Never mind. Somebody wants Justin Hoyt. West Brom want Justin Hoyt. Well, let's introduce myself to the squad. What about? I mean, this is the league table right now. Look at the teams. Birmingham, Blackburn, Bolton, Derby as well. Middlesbrough, Portsmouth, Reading, Sunderland, Wigan. Like, half of these teams are no longer in the Premier League. And Manchester City, it's not that Manchester City that we know today. If you look at the squad, I mean, the young people of today, the youngsters are born after 2007, might not even know most of these players. Who actually turned out to be world class? I remember these names. I was young. I was in 2007. How old was I? Was that 15? So I know all these names. I mean, Dietmar Hamann won the Champions League with Liverpool. I remember that. Michael Richards had a decent career. They all had decent careers, these guys, but none of them actually turned out to be world class. Darius Vassell, 27. Not that I want to sign him, just looking really. Or do I want to sign him? Not really. So we've lost Almunia already, right at the beginning of the season. He's out for 2 to 3 weeks. When will he be back? Injured 3 weeks. How far are we away from the league? Where's the calendar? Where is the calendar on this thing? Is it here? How do I open the whole thing? Well, right, never mind. Yeah, here we are. Calendar, yeah. So where are we right now? We're on 18th July. We're just at 3 weeks. 1, 2, and 3. He'll be back. Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be fit for the first game of the season, which is Fulham. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So before I took over, we've played 2 friendlies, and Bruges and Sparta Prague. But let's see how that goes. And obviously I'm going to play these friendlies off screen. And guys, in the next video I will be back for Fulham, Everton, Manchester United. What a trio of games that's going to be. Very, very interesting. We've got London derby. Everton away is never easy. At home against our rivals Manchester United. But yeah guys, thank you for joining me on this one, and I will see you in the next one, ready for the start of the Premier League.